Hey, what's up you guys? Brandasauresrex here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Revoltech, or the Sci-Fi Revoltech Anguirus figure. So this is a figure that I wanted to review for a while now, and I wanted to get my hands on it. So now that I finally have the figure, let's get into the review. And also, do you guys like the new background? I like the background. It's not going to stay for the whole video, but I think I'm going to leave it for the beginning of the video. Let me know what you guys think. I like it. So before we take a look at the figure itself, let's take a look at the box. So, for accessories, Anguirus comes with a cool set of accessories, just to be honest with you. First, he comes with the nameplate. I do not have the nameplate. Unfortunately, the seller that I bought this from had lost the nameplate and this box. This is actually a stand-in for this is the Revoltech Rodan box. But yeah, I just used it just so you guys know that it comes with one. And it comes with the Moonlight SY3. I hope I'm saying that right. I had to do research on this because I actually did not know what this was, because I blanked out and never saw Destroy All Monsters for some reason. I don't know why. So now I know that this Anguirus is from Destroy All Monsters. So that was something that I learned today before I filmed this. So pretty cool. And just to also, it comes with this smoke effect. Really cool. Basically what you're going to want to do is just find little ports in the back, match it up with the ports in the front, and plug this bad boy in. I had a really hard time doing this for some reason in the unboxing because I couldn't figure out how to plug it in, but now I did. But yeah, it's really cool. And just so you can see all, I think it's really cool, and I love how this thing came out. Just overly fantastic. I love the detail. I love how it goes from this blue. If you look right here, there's blue, and then there's some red here, and then it goes into, get this in focus, there's some gray right there. Really nice. And then this bottom with the light gray. I think this came out absolutely fantastically awesome. But if you look right here, you can see the SY3 right there. Really cool. I think that's fantastic, and a lot of detail on such a small little ship. So for detailing, I just briefly want to discuss just how awesomely sculpted and painted this figure is. First of all, not only is the spikes on Anguirus's back and horns and all that all this bone colored tan, but they all have a hint of a black wash to them. Something I thought I wasn't going to see on this figure, but it surprised me, and it's there. And also there's a black wash if you look in between these sculpting marks. There's a little bit of paint in there to make them pop a little bit more. And even on the bottom and top of his feet, just fantastic. I love what Revoltech has done with this figure. So quickly, I wanted to go over detailing on Anguirus and show off the detailing that is going on the face. My god, what amazing detail is going on. For such a small head, because this figure is not very large, this figure has packed in so much detail into so many different areas, including the mouth. Let's just take a look at his teeth. You can see some amazing detail going on in his teeth, and I think this is absolutely fantastic. So for articulation, Anguirus has a great range of articulation because he is a Revoltech figure, obviously. So let's start it off at the head. His head can look, his mouth can open and close, first of all. Mouth can open and close. He can look down, up, and if you turn the Revoltech joint, he can look side to side, which is very cool. He can also pivot slightly right here at the bottom of his neck. Over here we have a Revoltech joint, so you can move this freely around, nice and ratchety. And then the same thing again at the forearm, so whatever pose you can think of for an arm, you can get it. He swivels at the forearm as well, and also has a bicep swivel, a lower bicep swivel. He has another Revoltech joint here in the wrist, which is fantastic. It's not as strong as the other ones, it doesn't click as hard, but it is there. And his wrist does swivel because of the Revoltech joint as well. He has a ab crunch, which allows him to bend about this far in. So that is really good. And whoa, did that so hard the figure came apart. And then it also bends back about that far, which is not very far, but seeing how this giant plate is here, I don't expect any much more. So at the legs, I like using this one better. The other one likes to pop out. It has a Revoltech joint. It can move forward about this far, move back about that far really nicely. At the knee, about there, another Revoltech joint hidden very well. That's something I wanted to mention, is that the Revoltech joints are hidden very well on this figure, except for like places like the wrist, I mean not the wrist, excuse me, the forearm and the calf. But yeah, and then at the calf, he has a great range of rotation because of the Revoltech joint. Amazing, amazing. Goes up and down, and then it pivots left and right. So cool. So you could plant those feet if you want to get them in those widespread poses. You can do so. As you can see, it does adjust, and you can fix it, which is really cool. And then at the tail, there's another Revoltech joint hidden very well, as you can see. Just pulled it out, and it does flex up and down, and if you turn it, it can go side to side. And then this tail has the bendy wire right here. All this is a bendy wire. This does not move from what I can see. I tried moving it, and it's just hollow rubber. As you can see, hollow rubber, and then the rest of this has a very nice bendy wire in it, which I'm very scared of breaking. So yeah, overall, a great range of articulation out of Anguirus. You could get him in some very nice, cool poses, and I'm actually really happy with this, with the articulation on this figure. I don't really like the way the Revoltech Gamma came out with the articulation, but this one really this Anguirus really takes the cake with the articulation on this guy. Very nice. I am very pleased with it. So now that we have Anguirus's articulation out of the way, let's get Anguirus in some size comparisons. So to wrap up this review, I gotta say it, Anguirus is a pretty amazing figure. Size-wise, he fits in perfectly with any SH Monster Arts figure, whether if you want to put Anguirus next to the 64 Godzilla, or if you want to go Godzilla Rulers of Earth style and do Anguirus next to Godzilla 2000s, I think Anguirus fits in with both figures very well. I would love to see the SH Monster Arts actually take a crack at doing an Anguirus, and if they don't want to do this version of Anguirus, there's the version that was in Final Wars, which they can do since they already released a Gigan from there. It would be cool to get the Anguirus that was also in that movie. So, that being said, I am going to go. So, make sure to follow me on all of my social medias for updates for more Revoltech reviews like this, or SH Monster reviews like I've done in the past. And also, make sure to go to the a.c.b.a. Facebook page and like the Facebook page, and also join the group and join the merriment. So, I'm going to go. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.